next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers, the AFC champion, taking on the NFC champions, the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, these Steelers, one of the most successful franchises of the Super Bowl era. They're searching for their 7th title.
And their last one, Super Bowl 43 over the Cardinals in dramatic fashion. And you know they'd like to win this one to honor the great Franco Harris, who we lost back in 2022.
Meanwhile, for the Lions, it might be a state holiday in Michigan tomorrow if they can pull this one off. Their first ever Super Bowl appearance as they try to win their first NFL title since 1957.
Oh, I love how you announce. I love how you like to govern as well. A state holiday? Absolutely if they pull this one off. And remember, this team trying to win, as you said, their first title since 1957. If they pull this off, it officially buries the Bobby Lane curse.
The final act of the 2023 season is at hand. What a spectacle in Las Vegas. We're off in Super Bowl 58. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by someone who needs less introduction than any player in the league. A Super Bowl champion, the league's most valuable player for a second time, Patrick Mahomes.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Patrick. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now Mahomes. He'll get this underneath to Stevenson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells their offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw taken in here by Patrick. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, This is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Richardson. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Richardson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he is going to have the Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger pull through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5. Now second and 5. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. Richardson looking to throw this. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Richardson now on third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get sixes instead of threes.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Quinnen Williams, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 7-3 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and 19. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Garden, Charles Davis here with you. And he's going to go down again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Let's take it at around the 40. Nifty move. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd down, here's Richardson. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They go play fake. Mahomes. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now here's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Mahomes. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Mahomes to throw once more. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Richardson off the play fake. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Richardson back to throw it. Open man is Palmer. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Off play action. Richardson rolling to his right. He stiff arms him, shedding the tackle. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Here's 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. They go play action with Richardson. And that one caught downfield by Pascal. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Back to the air with Richardson. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Now Richardson. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at the shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Anthony Richardson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a return will stop right around the 25. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. And it's caught. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that makes it 14-10. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And Raheem Blackshear now to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Richardson. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
First and 10, Taylor now. He's got it to the 43 here.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Richardson to throw. That's complete to Palmer. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. From the shotgun, Richardson. They'll check this one down to Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Richardson out of the shotgun. They'll roll him out right. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Anthony Richardson, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this third quarter. We've seen this already from him in this game. Second time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need to score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Mahomes. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Richardson looking to throw this. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On the handoff, Taylor able to slither by. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd down and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To the right side, this is Taylor. Oh, what a juke into space. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dietrich Wise in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Tucker's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. We'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have his few carries.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So out now come the Lions. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. A little juke. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2. Richardson off the play fake. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Richardson to throw off play action. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. DJ Chark from 19 yards away. And the Lions are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with the touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Richardson will throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a two-point try.
Well, they tried to get two and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm. But this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Mahomes to throw once more. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Micah Parsons drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs.
Listen, when you're at this point of the game, all options are on the table. 4th down, they say, we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mahomes now to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Tim Patrick from 17 yards out. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now a give to Taylor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, it's Richardson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Mahomes going to throw. That one too wide and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And a catch made by Hopkins.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Mahomes. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. 2nd and 6 coming up. Mahomes. He'll get this one to Patrick. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Mahomes to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Mahomes. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He finds his man complete. That's Patrick. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. this has been and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. To throw is Mahomes. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now the Lions down by 1. 36 seconds remaining. A field goal wins the Super Bowl, but work to do here on 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
There he goes, right side. He's to the 15. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this, because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season. What has changed? What hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look and repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One final try for Mahomes. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.